In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply this onto your headset. Now, this is actually a vinyl / decal, so that means it doesn't leave any residue if you were to pull this off. It comes off very smoothly and very easily, as opposed to when you're ripping off a price tag from an item from the store. You know, those are stickers and those usually leave like a paper residue. These will not leave any sort of residue, so you can always take them off and replace them whenever you want to. Now, I do sell these in my store, so you can look me up on Etsy.com, just look up VR with Jasmine, or you can go on my website, vrwithjasmine.com/store, and I have these for sale, along with these other two eyes in different colors. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that this surface is clean. Keep in mind that there are 4 cameras in the front of your headset, so here, 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 and here. You want to make sure that we don't touch those or get them wet, because that could ruin them and then ruin your headset. I'm just using a standard alcohol wipe. The reason we're doing this is so that the vinyl / decal will adhere properly onto this headset. Now, as you can see, I'm making sure not to touch any of the cameras. I'm actually keeping quite a good distance away because the sticker is really not gonna go over those, not gonna go all over the area, so we should be okay. Now we're gonna wait for this to dry a little bit. While we're waiting for it to dry, you're gonna take your sticker. If there's nothing right in the middle, what you wanna do is fold it so that way you can see where the center line is, or you can just eyeball it, but I'm gonna fold it in this case. So, and I'm only going to pinch at the top corner, at the top middle, right there. So that looks pretty close to center to me. Obviously we're shifted a little bit to the right, but I think this will be okay. Now you should see the Oculus logo at the top of your headset. Where the line on the first U is, right before the L, that's about the center line. And you can see too, if your headset is on, that's where the LED light turns on. So we want to make sure that this is aligned to that center. So let's just get an idea of where we want to center this. So like I said, the line that I created is a little bit to the right, so I'm just going to make it a little bit to the right. So that looks pretty centered to me, so that looks good. Now we're going to go and peel this off. When you peel it off, make sure that every single piece is actually sticking onto the transfer paper. All right, so here we go. So you just want to make sure every single piece is attached to the transfer paper. Just like that. And now you can still see that line. So now again, we want to make sure that we're just close to that center line. When you're centering it up and down, you can just eyeball it. As long as you don't press down too hard, you can still lift this off and reapply it to get it to the center. But once you're happy with the location, you're gonna start wanting to press down, so that way the heat from your fingers will start activating the adhesive on the vinyl. So you're gonna wanna start pressing down, and you wanna make sure that there is no air bubbles on the vinyl itself. If there is air bubbles on the transfer paper, that's perfectly fine since we're just gonna rip this off, but the vinyl itself, you want it to be flat onto the headset. And when you're pressing down with your fingers, you want to make sure to get the edges the most, because that's when where you're going to start peeling off from, and you want to make sure that they don't pull up when you start peeling off. So I think this is nice and secure. So now we're going to start peeling off slowly. And again, if anything lifts up while you're peeling, you can just put this back on and repress in those areas. And that's it.